Today's guest, who has become the frequent flyer of the WTA. Why do we call her that? Because, well, she takes a flight every time she wins a match. 7 singles titles, 6 more in doubles, a Fed Cup title last fall for Les Bleus. And we are very pleased to welcome Caroline Garcia to TC Live all the way from Spain. Caroline, it's great to see you. Fill us in on how this pandemic sort of unfolded for you. I know the last tournament you played was in your hometown of Lyon. Now you're at the Nadeau Academy on Mallorca. Did you ever start traveling to Indian Wells, or you stayed put?
Actually, no, I did not travel to Indian Wells because I was staying for the final in the tournament of Lyon. And I was due to travel on the Monday, and Monday morning when my wake-up call rings at 6:30 a.m., I saw like everywhere, everything is canceled. Do you take the flight? And I was like, what is going on? And then I said, okay, so there is no point to go for now. So I just stay in my bed a little bit longer.
Well, Caroline, you've been training a bit at the Nadeau Academy. Why did you choose there? And have you been feeling like things are getting a little bit back to normal for you?
Yeah, so I came the first time like 2 years ago now, and then I came back in February after the Australian Open. And I really like the atmosphere to practice. Everything is on site. There is a lot of young players to practice with, and it's very convenient and very quiet. And you like normally most of the time I used to train by myself, kind of, only with my dad and an eating partner. And sometimes I was missing the intensity and the effort of other player practicing next to me and pushing kind of each other. So that's what I like about this place also, and you can feel the Rafa spirit everywhere.
Well, one of the difficult parts about the last 2.5 months is that players haven't been able to kind of maintain that routine with the training and with practicing. Have you been doing anything kind of new or different the first couple of months that you wouldn't have ordinarily been able to do if you were still traveling and playing?
Yeah, I mean, it was very different the last 2 months. That's normally what we are supposed to do at this time of the year, for sure. I was quite lucky to have good equipment to practice and to work my cardio, and the academy provided me with a lot of weight and everything, so that was good for me. It really helped me. But to come back to tennis, you can see it's very traumatic sports on the shoulder, on the knees, and everything, and it's a bit tough. But I think my fitness is here, and I did all the best I could during the last 2 months, and now I just have to be patient and wait to see how things go back to normal.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the biggest challenge, is mentally trying to keep yourself in the right place. But you had a really great ending to the year. You won Fed Cup as part of the French team. You came through in the doubles with Kiki. How did that feel? How did that sort of help you as you came into the beginning of this year?
Yeah, it really helped me a lot. It gave me a lot of confidence, and to be able to lift a new trophy, it's always something very important for the confidence. And it was a tough year for me last year, and to finish strong like this with the team and to realize one of my dreams and to be able to share it with the French team, it really means a lot. And it gave me motivation to go back to the practice court and go back to training and push myself and say, okay, that's the emotion I want to live, and that's why I'm doing it, and he helped me a lot.
What a great moment to watch you guys clinch the cup last year. We're joined by Caroline Garcia from Spain at the Rafa Nadal Academy, where she is training. Caroline, you had this amazing junior career, and shortly after you turned pro, Andy Murray saw you play, and I think you know where I'm going with this. He said,
yeah, I do.
he said, geez, this young woman is going to be #1 in the world. Now, we know that Andy is a really nice guy, and he obviously meant that as a huge compliment to you. But in retrospect, did that put pressure on you that you didn't really need as a young woman?
Yeah, it was really nice comment, and I was not expecting it at all. But I was only 17, and I was like probably 150 in the world. And my game, my head was not ready for this kind of expectation. I already had expectation in France to be a newcomer and everything, but like everyone was looking at me after that, and when she will get in the top 100 and everything. But I was, of course, I played a great French Open this year against Maria Sharapova, but that was like kind of one tournament, very special. And then it was difficult for me to go back to normal tournament like 25, 50 Ks. And my tennis was not ready to play top 50 in the world yet. And everyone looking at me like, when is she going to be number one, you know? And I was 17, and sometimes there is player at 17 who are more mature than others. But for me, it was a little bit too much. But I guess it was also a good experience for now.
You have been top 5 in the world in singles, but I'm curious what doubles means to you right now in your career, because you've won a Grand Slam in doubles, you've won a Fed Cup clinching in doubles, you've played Olympic doubles. It doesn't get the attention that singles gets, but what does doubles mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, it was when I started to play doubles, it was also because it gave you a lot of practice, and it's very interesting for your singles. When you are moving up at the ranking, you can work a lot of things, and sometimes you get through draws a little bit easier than in singles. So it was good experience for my single career. And then when I wanted to play doubles with Christina, our goal was to win a slam and to make it to the Masters in Singapore. And we made it. We won a slam, and we won the best for us, the French Open. It was a great experience, and we played some amazing doubles in Fed Cup as well. And so it's very important for me. But after I had to choose between singles and doubles, because to do always both at very high level, go far in doubles, trying to go far in singles, it's very difficult. It was very difficult for my body. So I had to choose, and now I'm more in single player, but I don't know if later I will not come back as for doubles as well. But to win the slams was an amazing experience.
Well, Caroline, you don't often show a lot of emotion on court while you're playing, but after your matches, your airplane celebration is pretty memorable. What does it mean?
Yeah, I don't know. Don't I show any emotion on court? I feel
not
I
a
do.
lot. Not a lot.
All right. That's good. But yeah, it all started in 2014 in my first Fed Cup. I was playing against US. Sorry, guys, you probably remember this one. But so one of the member of the team, the physio actually, just said I was coming from Bogota where I won my first title. So I was like a little bit flying a little bit everywhere on court, and I was super happy and everything. And he was just saying I was like a plane during this week, and he stayed a little bit like an inside joke in the team. And after my first match on the Saturday, I celebrated like this, but just for fun. And same on the Sunday. And then on the social media, some fans created the hashtag Fly with Caro. And I thought it was fun, and it was a little bit different. So I kept doing it for big matches or when I was feeling it, and I really like it. Fans like it. And on the side of the stories, the physio who kind of created this during the Olympics in 2016, he unfortunately left us. So it's always a great memory for me, and he was a very close person to me.
We have to make sure that you get an Air France sponsorship, since you do so much
Yeah,
for
we
Air,
are
right?
trying, but
Not yet.
we don't
Okay.
really care about it.
All right. Well, there's other airlines in the world. We'll see if we can look into that for you.
Yeah.
The other thing is we're a very dog-centric show. Chanda has a couple dogs. Prakash has a dog. Who's your dog? Introduce us to votre chien.
So my little dog, she's a girl. It's a Yorkshire, and her name is Andy with an E. So not like Andy Murray.
Andy.
And yeah, she's 10 years old now. So yeah, we are trying to travel the most we can with her in Europe. When my mom is coming, it's for sure a little bit easier. And yeah, she's very nice, and she can stay in the hotel room, say nothing. So we are very glad to have her, and she's very sweet, and I definitely miss her because I haven't seen her since 2 months.
Well, we hope that you get reunited with ND really soon. It's great to chat with you, and thank you so much. Stay safe, and we'll see you back on court really soon.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Caroline Garcia joining us from Spain today.